How's it going, guys? And welcome back to BL3's Forgotten, the series where I take a look at underused and not often talked about pieces of gear to determine whether or not they deserve to be remembered within the modern meta of the game or should be left behind and forgotten. And today we are taking a look at the Mutant. If you'd like to farm a mutant for yourself, you're going to want to fast travel over to the Cankerwood over on Xylurgos and run all the way through to this factory area where you can find a save station. From there, each time you reset, you'll run forward and across these pipes and continue on over into this little corner where Fungal Gorger can spawn. Kill him and you can get yourself a mutant. The mutant is a legendary alien barrel Jakob's assault rifle, which is unable to roll with any elements. When fired, the mutant will shoot a continuous laser beam, which when hitting a crit will ricochet a bullet to a nearby enemy. It is also worth noting that the accuracy of this laser beam is not great. The mutant has seen a buff receiving a 75% weapon damage boost and a slight reduction to the recoil rate. So I remembered the mutant being fucking god-awful, but honestly, it's not all that bad anymore. I was able to quite easily bring it through pretty much all of the content in the game, including True Guardian Takedown, and it worked pretty damn well damage-wise. Of course, this is definitely due to that very substantial 75% weapon damage buff, but that recoil buff was also definitely very nice, as this thing used to just be absolute trash, offering no damage and very little in the way of accuracy, meaning it was pretty damn unusable and pretty much just absolute trash. But nowadays, it's perfectly usable. That being said though, the accuracy is still definitely kind of rough, especially with any sort of sustained firing, which is a shame because this thing is supposed to be sustained fire as it is a laser beam. And it's definitely even more so on characters that have no real good way of boosting that accuracy or reducing recoil, and it definitely can make it quite frustrating to use despite the actually decent damage that it has. While it worked perfectly fine across all the characters, I definitely enjoyed it the most on Moe's by far, just simply due to the fact that this laser beam is able to spam out short fuse procs to an insane degree, and it also ricochets shots, so not only is it making a lot of short fuse on your main target, but also on enemies that are nearby. But the thing is, for the most part, even when it's doing good, the damage isn't enough for me to feel good about taking that massive accuracy penalty. It currently doesn't feel strong enough to even warrant any sort of penalty, especially not a massive accuracy penalty like this. It's really nothing too special other than being a non-elemental alien barrel and also a Jakob's alien barrel at that, which is kind of unique, but that's about it. It has some decent and very consistent damage as long as you're hitting, but so does the Rowan's Call, a gun that has existed since release, been very good for quite some time now, and never had any sort of penalty like this despite being far stronger and having inbuilt ammo sustain. The mutant has a very simple fix to it. Either this gun needs to have a much higher damage with this accuracy penalty still there, or the current damage with no penalty whatsoever. Because, like I said, right now, it functions fine. The damage is actually very good, and it's good enough to be usable if it wasn't for this accuracy nerf. In short, I understand why it's called the Mutant, because it reminds me of my League of Legends teammates. It'll get the job done, but it's gonna be fucking frustrating, and I will probably end up chat restricted. The only good thing I can really say about this gun is that it has good damage and it has the Joker colors, but unfortunately that's not enough to outweigh just how annoying this huge accuracy penalty is when there's other options that do very similar things without being nerfed like that. But that's gonna about do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, definitely consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all that. Down in the description will be a link to my Twitch channel where I'll be live right after this video goes up, and below that will be a link to my Discord server where you can come and join and hang out. But with that all being said, I hope to see you guys in the next one.